Hey there. So, this is an exercise on limited beliefs. It's something that you can do absolutely at any time when you get stuck on something, when you get hung up on something, when you're irritated and you're frustrated and then you're discouraged and you just don't understand, like, why do you keep banging your head up against the wall? Why isn't this working for you? You're manifesting, you have all this great energy, you're doing all the right things, you're reading all the books, you're doing all the things you think you're supposed to be doing. So, why is it working against you? Hello, hi, I hear you, I get you. So I want you to go ahead and get notes for this one. First of all, we got to define what limited belief means. Like, what does that even mean? All this mindset talk. So a limited belief is anything that you tell yourself why it's not working, why it's not happening. It's always been this way for me. This is my story. This is the truth that I tell myself. And it may very well be your truth and your experience and your story up into this point. Now, is this a switch we get to flip on and off overnight? Absolutely not. This is an exercise that you have to do. I hate to tell you, but it's the truth. Every single day until you flip the switch. You hear me? Like, and it will come up in a bunch of different areas in your life. So a limited belief is anything that is stopping you or hindering you or weighing you down, or you're stuck on and you're just banging your head and you're trying to force it to happen. But like, the universe is working against you, even though you're listening and reading all the law of attraction books. Trust me, I get it. I have struggled with this one, with being in fight mode all the time. I know some of you have struggled with being in survival mode. So I get it. And I want to help you work through it. And I promise you, I'm working through it as well on different areas as I elevate and as I grow, because life is a spiral and you spiral up and it brings you back to a place, to a new lesson in a different area of your life. And if we can't get the limited belief like breakthrough that we need, and understanding and new vantage points and new perspectives, we're gonna keep coming back to the same spot again and again and again. And I know how painful of a place that is to be. So first of all, I want you to think of the area in your life right now where you have a limited belief. What is that area? It could be finances, it could be relationship, it could be weight loss, it could be people pleasing, it could be public speaking, it could be presentations and procrastination, it could be the way that you're labeling yourself. Like, whatever it is, what area of your life right now that you are having a limited belief, but to you it is the way that it is. So that's the first step, okay? Number two, what is that belief? So define it. Like, for me, let's use the example. Everything is a fight. Everything is a battle. Everything, you must fight for what you want. Now, this has been my story. This has been my experience. I come out on top, I get successful, and then I got to go fight again for the next thing. I come out on top, I learn the lesson, I become successful, and then I got to go fight again. I fail, I got to get up and fight again. I fail, I got to get up and fight again. With health, with finances, with relationships, with business. Like, that has been my story. With family, that has been my story. It's how I know. It's what I learned as a child. It's how I got seen. It's how I got heard. Fight mode, fight mode, fight mode. Draw attention to me. Be big and strong. Be fierce. Be unstoppable. Fight, 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 fight. You get what you want. Now, does everything have to be a fight? Not necessarily, but in my mind, it does. So for me, that is a limited belief. So I want you to think about, I'm just giving you an example so you kind of hear me, feel me. I want you to think, close your eyes. What is the area in your life where you are struggling, where you're having a hard time with a limited belief? And then number two, what is that belief? Okay. And then number three is, I want you to list out absolutely every reason why you believe this to be true. Every reason, like all the examples I kind of just gave you without going into all the details. Why is this true? Why is this a limited? Why do you believe this way? What has been your experience? Like, go into detail and list it out, write it all out. Why is this true in your life? Because it is true for you. It is your experience. It is your story. So why is it true? And it doesn't just have to be contained to this one area, because what we apply to one area can be applied to the other area. So if things can be easy over here, things can be easy over here. If it can be true here, it can be true here. You don't have to have it hard here and easy here and believable here and not believable here. And that's the point where we want to kind of ascend to. Now, the next step is going to be a little bit more difficult. The next step, what I want you to do is I want you to search for proof that it is false, that it is not true. People in your life, other areas in your life, role models, people that you don't even know that you follow on social media, books that you have read, scripture, anything, any proof, quote, whatever, anything where you can find, wait a second, that's not true, because over here in this area, I see, where it is not a limited belief. In this area, it's not a limited belief, because the theory behind it, right, is ultimately if we can apply it here, then we can apply it to that limited belief. So I need you to just find as much proof as possible, like your life depends on it, proof that there is another way, that it is possible, that there can be a different truth, that other people are doing it, that you've done it in other areas of your life. Now, this is probably where you're going to need to spend a lot of time thinking, so take your time. The last one is, what do you want the truth to be? What do you want it to be? How do you want to define it? What is the truth that you want? And when we can get that out on paper, when we can pour our heart out with that, then we can focus on that. You can write it out. You can stare at it every day. You can be reminded of it every day. You can use that as affirmations every day to actually put into action, because affirmations without action is freaking pointless. So I need you to define what that truth is for you, what that new truth, what you want it to be, what you desire it to be, what you're really seeking it to be. Go back through these exercises and do this as many times as you need. First, what area of your life? 2, what is the belief that you are stuck on, that you are limited by? Number 3, I want you to list out, brain dump all of the reasons why you believe this is true. Like, prove it, like a thesis, like a science project, right? Like, prove, well, hey, Robin, like, all these things happen to me. All of these things are true. This has been my experience up to this point. Then I need you to go find proof elsewhere, in other areas of your life, in your best friend's life, in your coworker's life, in people you don't even know but you follow, in scripture, in books, like anywhere, quotes. I need you to go find proof that there can be another story that we can start telling. And then the last one is, what story do you want it to be? What truth do you want it to be? And then it is in the refining of this, and it is in the acceptance of this, and only just releasing that honesty. Can it become a new story? Can you start to actually receive it? And then the universe will open up for you. The doors will open up for you. Things will start falling into your lap, so to speak, and we can flip that switch. But it is a daily action, daily action, daily action. I wish that it wasn't. I wish I could poof, and V8 you, and it's like amazing overnight success. But it is something that you must practice, like working out and getting better at that, like practicing. You're so good at your job because you practice it every day. This is a skill that you will build and learn, and then be able to apply it to other areas of your life. So that is my limited belief exercise for you. Please feel free to do this as many times as possible. Write it down on a little sticky note so that you don't forget it. This is that important, that you get through this, because you can't keep going around and actually get through what you're trying to get to. You will never receive your outcome and what is waiting for you if you don't go through this process again and again and again. So put this one on star heart repeat cycle for you, and then just focus on one area to begin with, so we can break through those barriers and those beliefs that are really just bad stories we've been telling ourselves, and we've already lived them, but it doesn't mean that we have to keep living them moving forward. I hope that helps. I hope it encourages you today. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video.